because you'll notice that Soul Reaver 1 and Soul Reaver 2 have completely different moods. I mentioned this towards the end of Soul Reaver 1 and at the very beginning of Soul Reaver 2. And I was right, wasn't I? This game is much more story based. And it's, in the first one, it's a lot like, you know, the Elder God says, okay, well, okay, you're alive again, go kill your brothers and kill Kain. I was just like, sweet. At the end of the game, we go into Mobius's chronoblast chamber, which is a huge reference to Blood and 1, because like I said, up until then it was all original stuff. The only references to the original are that Kain mentions Mortanius, and who we never even see again until Defiance. And then we see Mobius at the end. We see his statue and his cauldron and yada yada yada. And Raziel fills us in on some of his backstory. So yeah, we had a lot of exposition at the end. Other than that, not much. And this one is just all over the place. You learn a lot about Blood Omen, what happened there, and you find out that Raziel is a lot more than what he seems, and that Kain knows a lot more than he's letting on, and that doesn't stop. That goes on up into Defiance, where we see more of what Kain knows, but he keeps a lot of it to himself still. So we're left in the dark for a good long while. Now here we are. Can any of you recognize that symbol? It was a symbol I was looking at on the grate when I entered the forge. It's on the door right there. I showed you all the Reaver symbols when I started, when I went into the underground pillar chamber. Oh, goddamn, just kill him. Oh, stop ducking. Aha. Where's the soul at? Oh, there it is. And you're dead. Oh, no, 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 no. Alright. Yeah, I showed you all the symbols before. We already have dark and light. A cookie if you know what that symbol is. Here's our first look at the puzzle for this forge. Giant head, giant snake, giant pit. Now go forth and conquer. Yeah, pretty much this puzzle comes from, you have 3 different rooms that you need, but each one is based off of the 3 Reavers that you have so far. Once you beat all the rooms, you activate the forge. Not hard. A little tedious, but not hard. This is actually one of my favorite forges. Yeah, if nothing else, I really love the puzzles for these games. They got a little mindless in Defiance. They're a little too simple for my tastes. But in the first one, though really tedious and way too long for my own liking. The Soul Reaver 1 block puzzles were innovative. I skipped a lot of them. I know if you actually did watch all of the Soul Reaver 1 playthroughs, damn, I'm whipping ass. You'll know that I chipmunked my way through all of the block puzzles. Well, I actually skipped a lot because there are glyphs and spells and coils and whatever. No. The thing. No. Get rid of the sword. Thank you. Yeah, I guess I didn't want to go for that because I did get the water glyph when I went to the human citadel, but I just kind of I edited out that entire sequence because it was just boring. Nothing happened. It was funny because I walked in and like every human that saw me just kind of dropped to their knees and went, "Oh my god!" I'm like, "Worship me, worship me." But other than that, it was pointless because I couldn't even find the portal. Like, you know, those gates, you know, the shortcuts. I couldn't even find the one. I know there's one in the Citadel, but I just got lost. I'm like, fuck it, I'm out of here. Take gas, Razio. Alright. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, no, no, no. Alright. Here's a moment where it takes me a moment to remember what to do. We got a shadow walkway up here. And a block in the wall to pull out before the walkway disappears. And pull that over. Yeah, I'm not gonna speed this up. I mean, this doesn't even count as a block puzzle. It's grab a block, push it over, puzzle complete. You know. Open that up, and then you shoot the eye, grab the light reaver, and take off. These guys don't even try. That was my only complaint with the shades. They're not really that vicious. I mean, if you're gonna make me go through the effort of killing something so I can just so I can change my reaver or open a door, at least make it a challenge. Because otherwise it's just a waste of time, you know. Otherwise, all it does is take me longer to open the door or get my reaver. I mean, fuck you. Actually, I think part of what made the Defiance puzzles a little less engaging than the Soul Reaver 2 puzzles is because, I mean, look at, you know, in Soul Reaver 1, the puzzles involved a lot of using the Spectral Realm to get to certain places, and then block puzzles and switches and yada yada yada. In this one, it's a lot about the Reaver. You get a lot of different Reaver types, and, you know, it's essentially just opening doors or shooting things or whatever. But since you can't have more than one Reaver at a time, and you need the fonts to change the Reaver, that is what breathed life into the puzzles. Yay, it's a still beating heart that looks like it's made of jello. Let's go. Jello heart. It's bleeding everywhere. Christ. But in Defiance, that's not the case. In Defiance, you actually have to get all these Reavers again. It's kind of sad. They cut out a lot of material and content in Defiance, and one of the things they cut out was a scene where Razio commented that the fonts, the elemental fonts, were gone, and that he couldn't change the Reaver like he used to. So when he forges it again, he forges it in a different manner, and that manner allows him to just switch between Reavers without having a font. That's creepy. So you can, like, literally, like, in mid combo, like, you know, you hit a bad guy, and then change the Reaver so that the next hit will be with a different Reaver, that sort of thing. It's badass, but it means you have to try a little less for the puzzles. And usually the puzzles involve, you know, hitting switches with certain Reavers or just fighting people. Which is okay, I guess, because the fighting system is fucking great in Defiance. You'll see what I mean. Oh snap, Razio! Grab onto something! Whoa! That looks kind of hokey. Alright, part 1 of 3 done. Yeah, I find myself carrying around the Light Reaver a lot during this sequence because the shitty future is always so dark. I'm like, I can't see shit. I can't see shit. So you want to carry around that light because it lights shit up. The last Reaver actually has the same effect, so. But the effect is for naught because in the last era, it's not dark out all the time, so. It's just there for neatness, not for, assistance, like the Light Reaver is. And you're dead.